I'm Leslie Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. A U.S. Congressional Taiwan Caucus co-chair has called for more legislative and military support for Taiwan. Republican Mario Diaz-Balart made the call during an interview with Voice of America. He referred to China as a fascist dictatorship and said the U.S. needs to be more active in helping Taiwan deter China's actions in the region. That would include speeding up arms sales to Taiwan.
It's important that Taiwan gets what they need as fast as possible. Part of it, by the way, is just that our industrial base.
Taiwan's longest on-foot annual pilgrimage is in full swing. The centuries-old tradition is drawing record crowds this year, and as Sally Jensen reports, it's also harnessing the power of technology.
All decked out, worshippers of all ages are hitting the roads of Taiwan with their own modern twists to a 200-year-old folk ceremony. Honoring Mazu, a primary deity in Taoist and Chinese Buddhist traditions, this is one of the largest religious events in the country.
他也是希望妈祖能保佑我的家人都能身体健康、平安、幸福。
我这样子说你可能不太会懂，但是你如果亲身感受到他的慈悲之后，你就会很诚心的跟着他一直走。
A record-breaking 180,000 pilgrims have signed up to follow Mazu, the sea goddess, part of her way on her journey along Taiwan's western coastline, up 60% from last year.
超级多，
最多的一次，就是有史以来最多的一次。
哦，人好多，人好多，而且年轻人很多。
有，比较不好走。我今年怀孕，所以继续走。
The 400-kilometre circular route follows the folk deity for 9 days and 8 nights. And while some traditions have endured, like crouching under his sedan for good fortune, not everything is consistent. What makes this pilgrimage unique is that it's erratic, as it's decided by Mazu herself according to traditional divination methods. You never know which way you're going to go, which adds to the unpredictability.
因为他会在就是马路的中间吧，类似十字路口之类，他会在那里摇，就是在那边想说要往左还是往右还是往哪里，然后忽然就往了另外一条去，然后就大家就会跟着一窝蜂就冲过去。
The chaos added to the sheer length of the walk can be tiring, but for many here, receiving Mazu's blessings is worth the effort. And in recent years, pilgrims can even use technology to track Mazu's movements.
就看导航，对，他们有 app 可以看。
在什么时候停降，然后会停多久？因为这个就是很不固定，所以要知道大概我们需要多久的时间可以休息之类的。
Mazu's adventure is also live-streamed online, allowing people to participate from wherever they are and showcasing the unique event to an international audience.
In the past, less foreigners were coming to this event, but now more foreigners, they know about the Mazu, this event, and they know about Taiwan. It's a good thing that share the culture of Taiwan to people.
The centuries-old pilgrimage is steeped in Taiwanese folklore, but as the worship of Mazu evolves into the 21st century, technology is now overhauling these age-old customs, drawing bigger and more diverse crowds than ever before. Joseph Wu and Sally Jensen in Mei County for TaiwanPlus.
As young Taiwanese continue to move to urban areas, they leave behind rapidly aging communities. But some young people are going against the grain and returning to their roots. Wesley Lewis has the story.
This is rush hour in Pingxi, northern Taiwan. Once a vital coal mining town, its population is now the oldest in the country, with over 30% of residents over 65. 47-year-old Wu Mingxian gave up his fast-paced banking job 13 years ago to return here, and is trying to revive the community.
我们没有人可以留了，就是青年人口，或者现在小学只有20几个人，未来我们也没多少人口会流出去了。我要做的是想办法让现在这些20几个愿意留下。
Just over 4,000 people live here today. Aside from agriculture, the economy relies on tourism. The town is popular for its natural scenery and its sky lantern tradition. Xue Li-en has recently returned to her family's yam farm and hopes the town's revitalization can help their business.
通常会来这边的人就是天灯，所以他们也不会在意到这里的农产品特色是什么。当然希望它丰富啊，如果没有观光、没有人口，怎么会有人来看到你的一些农产？
Tria's return represents what Wu has been working towards. He has helped her with marketing her produce, and the two have collaborated on educational food tours. Wu's revitalization plan also includes new guided tours of the area's sites and Japanese colonial-era coal mines. The hope is that Pingxi will transform into a center of activity for visitors and locals alike.
有一天，我们这些青年回来，会让人家改观，觉得我们在地方上是对地方好的，而不是我们非得离开家乡才可以。
Wu is part of building a new Pingxi. He's helped renovate the community's previously abandoned activity center, which now hosts events. He's put his heart and soul into revitalizing his hometown. And by prioritizing opportunities for other young people, he hopes to breathe new life into Pingxi. John Su and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
A local restaurant is the last one left in the country that cooks its food with horseshoe crab shells. It's an 80-year-old practice once common in central Taiwan, but as horseshoe crabs are an endangered species, this cultural practice may need to come to an end. Irene Lin reports.
This oversized cooking tool may look unusual, but it was once commonly used in central Taiwan. It's the shell of a horseshoe crab, and Chef Huang Yurong says the shell's properties help in the cooking process.
手其实不烫，因为其实 hook 它这个不导热，那你手一直在波动的时候，它蒸汽它其实是一直在流动的。
The shell soften with the heat, making them perfect for stirring delicate ingredients without breaking them.
它独有的功法啊，就是用 hook 下去炒这个面，炒起来啊，好像比较柔软。
有的人炒迄油面拢干那安尼，炒几个啊，就起来，迄味拢还袂离去。伊这有倒会变成小花黏黏啦，像这个炒。
West Coast locals have been catching horseshoe crabs and using their shells for generations. The crabs live close to the beach and shed their shells as they grow. Local fishers saw the opportunity to cook with the empty shells left behind. But getting a taste of shell-fried noodles has become harder. These living fossils are endangered and face threats from fishing activities and climate change.
喺亞洲嘅馬蹄蟹咧，其實如果令到即係全球暖化啲水位上升嘅話咧，其實好多地方嘅棲息地都可能係會消失嘅。咁呢樣嘢亦都可能會喺香港出現，因為香港而家好多個沙灘，咁當你將來海水個水平面上升嘅時候咧，呢啲沙灘可能就淹沒咗。
Like the species itself, this traditional culinary practice is also disappearing. For over 8 decades, there were a dozen restaurants cooking with horseshoe crab shells. Now, as the younger generation have left town and with fewer crabs, it's down to 1. Huang Yurong says she's doing her part to pass on the tradition.
就是不希望说这样传统的产业就这样消失不见。我也不希望说未来小朋友他只知道说在图书馆看到或者是在博物馆看到，他不知道他真正的使用方式是什么。
For cooks like Huang and researchers of horseshoe crabs, the priority is to educate the public more and find a way to keep the tradition and, more importantly, the species alive for generations to come. Chris Ma and Irene Lin for TaiwanPlus.
Convenience stores in Taiwan made record sales last year. According to Economy Ministry figures, operators including the 7-Eleven and Family Mart chain stores took in $13 billion in 2023. That's a huge rebound after a slump during the COVID pandemic. Taiwan is number 2 in the world in terms of density of convenience stores, behind only South Korea with 1 convenience store for every 1,700 people. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Before we go, come with us to the Picasso Museum of Malaga in Spain for a preview of this new exhibition scheduled to run for 3 years. I'm Liao. Take care, and I'll see you next time.